I have the 4 best plays for the NBA this Monday that you guys are not going to want to miss out on. So stay tuned for this video and look out for these picks. We got some big names in this Monday video, so I'm excited to give you all these picks. Before we get into today's picks, quick recap from this Sunday. Went 3-1. Jared Allen had one of the best games in a while in terms of his rebounds and assists. We had the under 11.5. He finished with 22. So he pretty much doubled his line. Just really unfortunate. You really hate to see that. But Luka, our best play of the day, Luka PRA went over. He had finished with 52 or 53. The line was 47.5. So awesome game for him. All 3 of our other picks hit. So that's really unfortunate to see. But we're looking to move on. I've been pretty good in the NBA recently. Look at these last 2 slips that I've hit last week. Actually, I hit them on back-to-back days, the 27th and the 28th. Hit a 3-man and a 4-man on back-to-back days. I've been pretty hot in the NBA in the past 2.5 weeks as well. So stay tuned for these picks, guys. We're going to be taking these picks on 2 different apps is where I want you guys to be taking these plays. First, you guys got to get onto Novig, a new up-and-coming sports betting platform. They're giving out a 25% purchase match, so that when you place $25 into the app and deposit it, you'll get another $25 to play with as well. You guys use my code TEACH10 to sign up to get that deposit match on Novig. So brand new up-and-coming platform that I'm really loving. Get on Novig. And if you're not on Novig, you guys can also hop on over to Chalkboard. Same code TEACH10. What that will get you is a 100% deposit match and a free pick. And it's up to $100 on the deposit match as well. So free $100, a ton of value on Chalkboard and a new user free square. Also, Chalkboard hands out profit boosts pretty much every day. They do these fun daily drops for you checking in every single day to the app. Really cool stuff. You can get 50% profit boosts on there. You can get sport-specific and player-specific profit boosts as well. So really cool stuff that Chalkboard is doing. Been loving that platform. Both links for Novig and Chalkboard will be in the description of this video, so you can find that there to take those picks on those platforms. Now, let's get into today's picks, starting us off with Brandon Miller over 22.5 points. What I like about this line for Brandon Miller, we used him last week in a video as my best play, and he did hit in that game. Been playing pretty well recently, especially in terms of his points. Hit in 8 of his last 10 games, where he's averaging a little over 24.5 points in those 10 games, right? And even in the 2 games where he missed, he finished with 20 and 21 points. So hasn't gone under 20 points in the last 10 games. So we know we're getting at least 20, right? He's been shooting the ball pretty well recently in his last 10 games. Look at this here. 51% field goal percentage on just over 16 attempts per game. Right, look at these last few games. Didn't shoot the ball well last night, but still went over because he took a bunch of shots, right? Took 13 shots the game before that, 54%, 53%, 82%, 58%, 53%. So in the last 6 games, hasn't shot under 50% except for the last game, but he did take a ton of shots, so that helps out as well. Shooting 44% from 3 on 8 attempts per game, right? Made 3 threes in his game last night. Didn't shoot particularly well from 3, but at least some of these recent games, 43% from 3, 50%, 75%, 50% in his last 5 games. Absolutely incredible. Shooting the ball lights out and gets to the free throw line occasionally. Shoots 98% from the free throw line in his last 10 games as well. So huge there. Plays just over 30 minutes a game. Played a little bit less minutes actually since his last 9th or 10th game ago, right? Kind of in the high 20s, low 30s. So playing less minutes, but still getting the job done, except for in 2 games. So that's really, really awesome to see. So even if he's not on the floor as much as we maybe would hope for, he can still get the job done. It's going to be huge. Also, this game is at 2 p.m., so make sure you guys to notice that. The game is at 2 p.m. I believe that's Central because I'm in Dallas at 3 Eastern. Okay. All right, so he's going up matchup against the Pelicans. Pelicans, one of the worst teams in the league in points allowed, 4th worst actually, or 3rd worst actually. Giving up over 120 points per game. It's just terrible. To small forwards, similar story. 27th in the league, giving up 23 points per game. 2 small forwards, so lines up perfectly with our play here. Brandon Miller's been shooting lights out, especially from beyond the arc as well. Even if he's not playing as many minutes, he can still get the job done. So love this play from Brandon Miller. Help us hit last week. Got to continue using him here today. So that's our first play. Rolling into play number 2. we are taking Zion Williamson. Someone who helped us out last week as well was another free best play that hit. Zion Williamson over 30.5 points, rebounds, and assists. He's hit this line in 6 of his last 10 games. A little bit of volatility here, but he did have a good 4-game stretch where he's going over 30-plus consistently. Actually been averaging 29.5 points, rebounds, and assists in the last 10 games. So actually right below the line that's at. It's kind of skewed by some of these like really low games where he's not really doing much. Game where only played less than 15 minutes, kind of skewing us with that 8. So you kind of take that out. That helped bring that average back up above 30. All right, so not too concerned about that one outlier game in the mix where he just didn't play a lot. But looking up in his matchup against the Hornets stack up about middle of the pack in terms of points allowed, defend rebounds well, don't defend assists very well. But then at the power forward position, not very good at all. Worst team in the league in points allowed to send to power forwards. 11th in rebounds allowed. They give him over 9 rebounds per game to power forwards, and second worst team in the league in assists allowed to power forwards. A great, very favorable matchup for Zion here. This is why we took him a few days ago when we took Zion as our best play. He had a very favorable matchup against the team for power forwards. We're going back right to that. Zion, a very explosive, strong player underneath. Can rack up a lot of rebounds and get a lot of quick buckets as well. Right, shooting 60%, gets a lot of high percentage shots, layups, quicks, baskets, shots all near the basket. Right, playing over 30 minutes per game, pretty consistently in his last 5 too. So we like to see that on the floor very consistently. Double-digit rebound chances per game, pretty solid numbers in the last 5 as well. And get some decent assist chances as well, right? Guys does double in underneath. He can dish it back out, get some assists. So we really love that. A lot of green to see here. A very favorable matchup for Zion against the Hornets. So we absolutely love that play. And that's why I'm taking Zion over 30.5 PRA. All right, guys. Now, let's go move on to our third pick. But before we get into our third pick, guys, if you guys aren't already signed up to Pikkit, you guys need to sign up to this platform, right? What Pikkit does is it syncs up all of your sports books and puts them all in one spot so you can see all your combined record and track your picks. Guys, if you are betting on sports, you guys need to track your picks to keep yourself in shape, all right? So you're not going crazy, spending too much money on picks. You want to gamble responsibly, right? There's ups and downs in sports betting, right? You're going to have good days, you're going to have bad days, right? Long term, a lot of people lose, right? So be tracking your picks, and you guys can sign up to Pikkit. It'll sync all of your sports books up for you. See everything on one app, right? And they're actually going to pay new users to sign up to their platform. $3 or $100 deposited to your Venmo or PayPal. All you have to do is download the Pikkit app, use my promo code TEACH10, and sync up a sportsbook that has at least 10 or more bets placed on it, and you will get that deposit into your Venmo or PayPal. And guys, there's no catch, no subscription service you have to sign up for, no one-time fee you have to pay to use the app. They're just paying new users to sign up. They want new users to use Pikkit, all right? Guys, go track your picks and get on Pikkit today. All right, now back into our plays. Our third play here, going with Amen Thompson, under 33.5 points, rebounds, and assists. This guy actually burned us, was it last night? I think it was the night before on Saturday night. But we're kind of going back to it as well. We took his under on his points. I think it was like 19.5 or 20.5, and he went for 21. Kind of burned us there. But we're going to try it again. Going right back to it, we're going with the under 33.5 points, rebounds, and assists. It's gone under in 7 of his last 10 games, where he's averaging only 30.4 points, rebounds, and assists over that 10-game stretch. Had one game where he just went over the line. Another game recently where he went a couple over the line, and then had his best game out of his last 10 against the Mavericks, who are not one of the better teams defensively. So close to a triple-double in that game where we got burned on the points. Now they're going up against the Pacers. Now the Pacers aren't necessarily a great team either in terms of points and rebounds. They're pretty good in terms of assists, but at the small forward position, we have a much, much more favorable matchup. A really good matchup for this under here. Pacers are top 10 in all 3 major stat categories against small forwards. This lines up very well for us for this under against Amen Thompson. 3rd in the league in points allowed. Give up less than 20 points per game to this position. 7th in rebounds allowed, less than 7 rebounds per game. 4th in assists allowed, just above 3 assists per game as well. Very, very favorable matchup. A lot of green. This is the kind of picks we're looking to hunt for, right? Maybe not necessarily a great matchup overall, but at this position level, a very, very favorable matchup, right? This is why I take all my time going into these picks and doing a lot of research for you all, because I'm looking at more than just the surface of, good team versus bad team, right? Let's dive more into the matchup specific, right? This is where you can find some key plays like this. So we're looking for Amen Thompson to go under. Been trending under in his last 10 games. Although he's been pretty consistent, a few games where he's been close to the line, right? And a couple where he's gone below and a couple above. So kind of all evens out. But overall, significantly under this 33.5 line, so decent value as well, right, in all these books. Some favoring it up to minus 125, so we're getting decent value on it on a very good position matchup. So love this for Amen Thompson to go under this line, 33.5. Okay, and now, before we get into the last play of this 4-man and my best play of the day, guys, if you want my best play before the video even comes out, you guys can sign up to my Winible store for free, absolutely free of charge. Yes, I do have paid weekly and monthly VIP access, but I'm not asking for you to sign up to that. I just want you to sign up for free so you can see when I'm posting my picks. I will post my best play every single day about an hour or two before the YouTube video comes out. So as you're watching this right now, you could have already had the play and already plugged it in with all of your other plays that you want to play for this Monday, all right? Go sign up for free. Link in the description of this video. You guys can see when I'm posting. I post my favorite play about an hour before the YouTube video comes out, and then I will also post my YouTube video when it goes live on my Winible store as well. So you guys can get notified when I'm active, when I'm posting. Usually in the evening time, I'm posting my favorite play, and then my YouTube video for the next day, the evening before. So go look out for that. I'm trying to post the night before so you guys can get it before you go to bed. Lock your picks in for the day before so you can sleep knowing that you already have your bets locked in and you're already dialed on your picks, okay? So enough of that. Let's get into the final play. My favorite play, a guy we took recently as well. There's 3 guys in this. Actually, all 4 I've been betting on recently as well. So without further ado, it's Joel Embiid over 41.5 points, rebounds, assists. There is no player that's hotter on the planet right now than Joel Embiid in my mind, right? He is gone over this line in 6 of his last 10 games, but it's really just 6 straight games. 4 straight games where he's gotten under, but look at this trend up. Just a straight trend up in his last 10 games, hitting his last 6 games straight, averaging 44.3 combined over that 10-game stretch. And in this 6-game stretch, he's averaging over 50.33 combined points, rebounds, and assists in this stretch. 4 games where he's gone over 50. Absolutely crazy. He's been balling out, right? And he's been doing it with playing like less minutes in some of these games too, right? Look at this game, for example. Plays 45 minutes in an overtime game, goes for 57. All right, that makes sense. Played in overtime, more chances, more minutes. Sure. Plays only 29 minutes, doesn't even hit 30 minutes in this game against the Bucks, still gets the job done with 43. Absolutely incredible. Almost has a double-double too. Had a triple-double in this game. Had double-double in this game a few nights ago where he went for 40 points and 11 rebounds. Absolutely crazy, right? So even if he's not necessarily playing like 30 minutes, he can still get the job done. He's proven it. But obviously, looking at his last like 5 games, playing closer to like 35 minutes. So we absolutely love that. Also, Paul George is going to be out of this game for suspension, so that's just going to mean even more minutes for Embiid as well, stacked on top of that. So huge. We'd love to see that. The 76ers are going up against the Clippers, who are a pretty good team, like about top 10 in terms of all 3 major stat categories. And at the center position, it's actually a little bit worse, right? About middle of the pack, maybe a little bit worse combined in all 3 major categories. Okay. So not the best matchup, not a ton of green necessarily, but also not like a terrible matchup for us either. About middle of the pack, I still think Embiid's going to have a great game. Paul George is out. They're going to have to feed him more. It's going to be him and Maxey going back and forth. Right, and a lot of these games, yeah, sure, they were at lesser opponents, but like look at these 2 against the Rockets and Knicks back-to-back going for 50-plus combined. So he's proved he can do it against bad teams, beat up against bad teams, and also do it and hang with the big dogs as well. So we're looking for him to hang with a big dog tonight against the Clippers. Love this for my favorite play. Obviously, Embiid's not going to stay hot for the rest of the season, but the Sixers are looking to get into the playoffs. They need to stay hot. Paul George is out. It's going to be Maxey and Embiid. Feed Embiid the ball, and we are going to hit on this favorite play of the day for Monday. All right, those are my 4 plays. Let's quickly recap these 4 plays before we get on out of here. All right, we have Brandon Miller over 22.5 points, Zion Williamson over 30.5 points, rebounds, and assists, Amen Thompson under 33.5 points, rebounds, and assists, and Joel Embiid over 41.5 points, rebounds, and assists, my favorite play of the night. So those are my 4 plays. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share these videos. It helps me out so much as I'm trying to grow my channel. We got 37 subscribers. We continue to grow and build this family every single day. So I appreciate you all that watch, like, comment, share, interact with this video in any way. So I really do appreciate it. And I will see you all tomorrow for more picks.